Antibodies are a very widely used reagent. There are many good antibodies, but there are some very serious limitations. First of all, the specificity of antibodies is not always good, and an animal's immune system has to be used to generate an antibody, which means that the quality is difficult to control and the range of targets against which you can generate an antibody is limited. And again, because the use of animals is required, the batch-to-batch reproducibility is also quite poor with most antibodies. Affimers have none of these limitations. Because we don't use an animal's immune system, we have a very wide range of targets that we can generate Affimers against. It only takes 7 weeks to generate an Affimer compared to the 10 or 12 months it takes to generate an antibody. And because we generate Affimers in the lab, we've got exquisite control over the specificity and also the quality.
So one of the major issues with antibodies is that it is a little bit of a prospecting exercise in that you put a protein into an animal and then later you see what the animal did in terms of how its immune response happened. With an Affimer, the reverse is true, so it's an engineering process. We choose what we want to make and then we can use tools in our screening methodology to drive selection of the Affimer, which is important for the researcher. So I would emphasise that it's a design choice for us rather than looking back to see what we made in the animal. For a typical protein project, our starting point is 100 micrograms of target material, which is significantly less than would be used in an antibody project where you'd expect to use between 1 mg and 2 mg of your target. That's important for people who've got targets expensive to make. We can facilitate. The assays we use are dependent upon what the customer wants, but in that 7-week process we'll turn around a full library screen, a primary candidate screen, and then follow-up characterisation of our lead clones in 7 weeks, again compared to a 9 to 12 month process for a good quality monoclonal. Based on my previous experience of antibodies, I'm massively excited about the Affimer technology. I think there's a huge area of unaddressable targets, assays, mutations, cancer fusion proteins that have just not been addressable with antibodies, and I absolutely believe that the Affimer technology can address all of these issues.